As a child, I was always fascinated by a battered old canvas bag at the back of my mother's linen cupboard at the farm. It rattled mysteriously when the contents were moved. Charles Johnson, my great-grandfather, was born in Sheffield, England, of Danish parents, John and Maria. John was a mechanical engineer in England on business with Maria at the time of Charles's birth in 1856. The young Charles wanted to be a violinist, but instead was a sailmaker's apprentice aboard one of his Danish uncle's ships. As part of his apprenticeship, he made a canvas bag in which he kept his tools of trade. The Marlin Spikes were made of heavy black wood. Also in the bag were his drinking horn and a leather handpiece to protect his hands while he was mending the sails. Life at sea was hard. He was hot-headed, and after a disagreement with the Prince of Denmark, Charles assaulted him with the Marlin Spike. Next port, which was Auckland, he deserted the ship, taking with him his only possessions, his canvas bag and Marlin Spikes. The fact that he couldn't speak English made finding work difficult. Finally, he found work draining the Otawa swamp and clearing the bush for conversion to farmland. He met and fell in love with Mary Ann Bailey, the daughter of a local landowner. They were married in St Patrick's Cathedral in Auckland on the 6th of January 1886. She was under 21 and he was a Lutheran, so they had to get special permission from the bishop to be married. In October of that year, my grandfather, William Charles, the first of 6 children, was born at Otawa. 10 years later, Mary Ann died after the birth of Oliver. She was 31. All of her children lived well into their 80s. The young children were more than he could cope with, so they were cared for by his wife's family. Charles then went to work in the bush for many years, seldom seeing his family. After that, he went to Thames to work as a groundsman at the hospital. Emily Edwards was a nursing sister at Thames Hospital. In 1918, she resumed nursing during the flu epidemic. He was 56 when they met and married, and they were married for 32 years. Through Emily's encouragement, he was happily reunited with his adult children. Emily became the loved and treasured stepmother and friend to his family. She was remembered by one of her grandchildren, my mother, as a strong influence in my mother's life. After the death of Charles in Thames in 1944, Emily went to live with Lionel, Charles's son, in Waiuku. The Marlin Spikes came into the possession of William Charles, the oldest son, and subsequently passed to Gloria, my mother. The mystery of Charles's life in Denmark is embodied in the Spikes. They are our only link to his past. Story has it that Charles Johnson anglicised his name on coming to New Zealand.